Alright, so hi, y'all, it's Tiffany. I finally made it home from dialysis. As you can see, I'm just now walking into my apartment, and I knocked over something, so let me pick it up right quick. Ugh. But yeah, something happened in dialysis today. It shouldn't have been funny. It should not have been funny. But, you know me, I laughed my ass off at it anyway. 'Cause it's like, if I told you so was a person, I saw this happen, and I swear to God, this was some shit like right out of a film, out of a comedy film. So we all know. Now this didn't happen to me. I watched this happen to another patient. I just want to put that out there. But we know I've been having trouble with my blood pressure, keeping my blood pressure up, keeping me from bottoming out, all that sort of stuff. So they have all of these safeguards and stuff. You know, basically protocol, how you're supposed to act or whatever, or how you're supposed to be sitting if your blood pressure drops. So let's say theoretically my blood pressure bottoms out. So they're supposed to keep my feet up, they're supposed to tilt my head back, they're supposed to give me oxygen, they're supposed to give me a little bit of saline to help raise my blood pressure. Okay, you following me? So one thing you're definitely not supposed to do when your blood pressure drops is put your feet down. Like the chairs are all made like recliner type chairs, where there's a little thing for your feet and legs just to rest on as it puts your feet up like this. So if you put your feet down while your blood pressure is dropping, guess what? All that blood is going to run from your head down to your feet, and you're going to be out like a light. Candle blown, you out. Okay. So I'm sitting on the back wall, and I see this older gentleman, because it's always an old person who thinks they know better than what everybody else is telling them, right? So I saw this guy. I had headphones on, so I didn't really hear them arguing, but I could see one of the nurses kind of look agitated while they was talking to him. Now, this is a female nurse, and this is a grown-ass man. So the nurse, I guess from what I heard from a different nurse was, this man said he had to go to the bathroom. He said he was going to go on himself. He said he was going to mess himself. And if you've been following me, you know that there have been people who have been having, just poopings for weeks now. Like every treatment, somebody's shitting themselves. So they wanted to avoid this catastrophe again. So they were telling him, if you get out of this chair, because his blood pressure was extremely low, if you get out of this chair to go to the bathroom, and we take you to the bathroom, the second you stand up, you're going to pass out. So he's still adamant he's going to crap himself. He's just fighting with these people, doesn't want to listen to reason, doesn't want to do anything. He's like, else you take me to the bathroom, I'm going to shit myself and I'm going to be pissed. So, okay. So I watched the nurse go by me with this guy in a little wheelchair thing, in a little moving chair thing. I watched them go by. And I remember I said to myself, well, he don't look too great. I kid you the fuck not. Less than 10 seconds later, they're rushing him back. And I mean, he's all laid the fuck he's all laid out in the chair. I mean, absolutely out cold, unresponsive. Like he had a Michael Jackson show and Michael just jumped up out the stage. I mean, he was out like a light, out cold. So now here's the problem. His blood pressure is tanked. He is unresponsive. He's basically, for all intents and purposes, a dead weight. He can't move. He can't help them move him back to this chair that he needs to be in to be reclined and all of that good stuff handed to him. So you got 3 female nurses arguing amongst themselves, trying to figure out how to pick this man up, how to transfer him back to this chair, how to do this, how to do that. We have 1 male nurse on staff. Only one. He's the only male nurse on staff. Tall, broad. He looks like Lurch and Uncle Fester had a kid, but he's good looking. Like he's a bald white guy, but he's a good looking bald white guy. So, big old country boy, big strapping guy. He come, pick him up, woof, one fluid motion, put that ass back in that chair. And because, the female nurses couldn't pick this man up. So here he come, pick this bastard up, put him in a chair. And, they bring him back around. And I'm just sitting there looking at him like, I know you feel stupid. I know you feel stupid. Because the nurses told you, sir, if you get up from this chair while your blood pressure is in the toilet, you're going to pass out. I asked the nurse later, I said, well, how far did he get to the toilet? She said they got to the door because there's a toilet off the treatment floor. She said they got there, opened the door, he stood up to walk into the toilet, and out like a light he went. I said I couldn't be a nurse. And you've heard me say this many, many times. I just cannot be a nurse. I don't have the temperament for it. You know, my mouth is too reckless. I'd say something that would get me in trouble with HR. I know I would. Because I would have looked this bastard right in his eye and waited for him to bring him around. I would have just stood chairside and waited for him to come around. Hey, what happened? You remember how the fuck we told you, if you move and you stand up, you're gonna pass out? Yeah, that's what the fuck you did. Your dumb ass stood up, you passed out, you almost met God in person. And, I told you so. We all told you stupid ass so. You're lucky we decided to bring you back. See, then I'd be in HR and in trouble. Because, you know, my mouth runs away with me. And I really wouldn't give a fuck because he just made work harder for everybody else. He made work harder for everybody else. And that also put other people behind. You know, people who are coming off the machine, people who need to be put on the machine. Why? Because he was the emergency. So that meant all hands on deck, and they had to abandon what they were doing to help him because he decided to be hard-headed. And I bet he won't do that shit no more. Because if I was a nurse and I had to take care of him and he started doing that bullshit again, you know what I'd do? Let him pass out. And once he is unconscious, call 911 and let that be the paramedics' problem. Because what is the purpose of me going to school, getting into debt, becoming a nurse, trying to take care of your dumb ass, and then everything I tell you doesn't even go in one ear and out the other. It barely bounces against this ear. That pissed me off. See, this is why I thank the Lord he didn't let me go into nursing. Because I cannot do it. I can do a lot of shit. But I cannot do this. Because if you think you know better than me, why are you here? If you don't trust what I'm telling you or what these people are trying to guide you and, you know, hold your hand and spoon feed your ass, if you don't, you know, trust or listen to them or whatever, why the hell are you here wasting a seat that somebody who believes and will listen and actually be compliant could be in? Why are you wasting everybody's time? Why are you wasting your time? You know, I just think that's stupid. And I just couldn't do it. It's not for Tiffany to do. Because I know I would be in tremendous trouble because of this. My mouth always gets me in trouble. My mouth has always gotten me in trouble. Because you know I would have a smart-ass, snide-ass remark. Every single time. But yeah, I mean, just like he could drop dead right now. And there'd be another person in his place 2 days from now. Doing the same stupid shit. But yeah, that was pretty hysterical and hilarious for me today to watch that. Because it was like out of a comedy movie. I mean, just the way he passed smooth on out. I loved it. It was hysterical. I loved it. So, yeah, he made me laugh. So, thumbs up for that. Thumbs down for everything else.